Hey guys, it's Ryan. I am standing here in the spot where I've been doing the gifting lately. Well, where I did the gifting with the balloons. I'm standing here because I'm going to go check on the balloons, and I've got a couple other things I'm going to leave for them today. Like I've got a jar of peanut butter, and just realized I was in the sun, and a notepad. Pad of paper that I'm gonna leave with a picture I drew on it, and I've done that before. It's been several years, but when I went to check the notepad the last time I did it, there was a fingerprint on the bottom corner of one of the pages. I think it was like the second or third page back, and it had been flipped. I think like 2 pages from where I put the picture on the first page. But anyway, that happened, and so we'll see what happens with this one. Anyway, I wanted to show you this real quick because I thought it was pretty cool when I walked up here. I know I had to come over to this spot and check it out, but I mean, you can see right here where something stepped there, right where I'm stepping, and you can see where something has been here for sure. And it's really cool because there's this little structure type thing they've got going on here, and I can't really get to. Let me see. Okay. Shit. See, I see stuff they've done here. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm trying not to. I'm trying to step lightly. Ah. Okay. Now, oh gosh. Big cleared spot right there, man. Look at that. Right up in there. It's just cleared right out. Huh. Anyhow, look at this. This is the thing I was looking at. It's really interesting because you can see what it looks like. They've got it opened up under there a little bit. Where something, like right in there, where something it looks like has been. Even further up under there, I don't know. But anyway, this little area is crazy because this stuff has got a lot of things going on with it. Like there's this bend here, it's going all the way down, and it's being anchored by this stick here. I mean, if you can see, there's a bigger stick right there. But that, and you've got all this stuff here, like this stick is going up and it's broken back. You see right there where it's broken back, and it kind of gives it a little bit of a wall type effect right there. But I just think I might use that for something, like to put a little one in or something, like while they stay in this larger area. I don't know, but there's a bend there you can see, and the way that bend, and really the way everything here is made, it reminds me of, I mean, it looks like this spot up here too. There's another one, but the reason I'll say that is because of this tree here that's bent over right there, and you can see down there on the bottom, let me get a closer view, you can see down there how that's all like, I mean, that's not natural. A stick like that couldn't bend. I mean, it couldn't just fit in there where that bent like that. It just couldn't. That's shoved down in there. And then you've got this bend here. Well, shoot. Sorry. Okay, you got this bend here that is going in, been around on this tree right here. Okay, so when you see something like that, okay, that was done by something. All right, that bend is not natural. The bend here is not natural. Okay, whatever made this little area did all that. And I'll show you over here also why I say all this. Up here. Tearing my vest anymore. Feathers flying out everywhere. Okay. Get over here. Alright, now let's check this out. Okay. Now you see this area right here. Very clear. It's a very clear spot. There's shells from nuts and stuff on the ground. And you can see it looks like something's been sitting over here. Right in this area here. And as well as over here and there. But you see this tree here. Okay. This tree was, I mean, it may have fallen over on its own or whatever, but it was pushed through here. Okay. That is tight in there. I mean, it's not gonna move. I mean, I'm pushing on it right now and it's not budging. Something stuck that down in there. That's the only way it got there. So you see what I'm saying though? We got this spot right here, and then right across we got that one over there that is made the same way. So that's why I was paying a good bit of attention to these areas. Anyway, let's go on up the hill and see what we got up there. Man, looks like something cleared out up here too. I don't remember if all this was down the last time I was here, like broken like that. But that is a beech tree. It is an American beech. I finally Googled it after my last video, but that's what it is. An American beech. Indigenous to the southeast. There's a broken little tree there. I don't recall that being there last time. It looks pretty fresh. Like a pretty fresh break there. I don't know. Alright. Get up this way. Okay. There's another place too that I'm going to check out that I really just have to check out because my curiosity is killing me. I'd heard the other day, I heard some metal clanking, like it sounded like someone was banging two pipes together or something. It looks like that's moved. I showed that in the last video, and it looks like it's positioned differently. I don't know. But anyway, I've heard this metal clanking sound, and look at that. Is that not cool or what? It's going through one of the forks there, and the other fork back there. Right there you can see. And it's not attached to anything, it's hanging there. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they did that. I would bet. I don't think that thing made its way through all that to fall through there. There's no way. There's no possible way that did. That didn't happen because you got intertwined branches up there too. That would have stopped it before it ever got that far. Something been there. So that was definitely done by the Sasquatch. Okay. Now we're at the tree. See the balloon. One looks like it's in about the same place, and the other looks like it's off a little bit from where it was. Let me check it out. It's still in about the same place though, relatively. Well, it's moved some. I mean, the wind might have done it, but I don't know. It has moved some. Although I don't know that it wrapped itself around that twig like that. That's kind of suspicious to me. And the way it's wrapped right behind that tree too. I don't know. That's pretty interesting though. I mean, I guess in theory it could have blown itself around there. But I don't know, that'd be weird. Huh. And it's wrapped. It's wrapped underneath that little bitty twig right there. Look at that. Where is it? I lost it. There it is. Yeah, look at that. I don't know, man. That's pretty funky. Wrapped all around that stuff like that. So the string's wrapping around that, going around here, and it's wrapped underneath a little twig there. That's interesting. I don't know about that, honestly. Let's see what this other one looks like. It looks roughly the same, but man, that string looks really stretched out. I don't know. I don't know. The wind may have blown both of those around. There's really no way for me to know for sure right now, but it's kind of why I'm doing this other gifting. To see what else we can find out up here. And this is not a place that I've done any gifting in for, actually, like right here specifically. Man, look at, I mean, just the way these paths are, or I mean, not even really the paths, just the ground right here. This stuff, I mean, it has been walked all over. You can see how flattened out and crushed down the ground is there. Makes no sound like the other one. Something has, even there, as opposed to here. That's a very quiet spot. So I don't know. It makes me wonder though if they might know exactly where these quiet trails are. Some more nuts up here. Found a lot of those today, laying around. Those are whole though, so I don't know about that. Anyway, we got a stump over here fairly close to this tree, so I'm going to use the stump to leave this stuff because it's a nice flat stump. Okay. Alright. Peanut butter. Natural peanut butter. And what I'm going to do is Open it up. And I'm gonna pop the seal on it and take it with me so it doesn't wind up in my woods somewhere. Okay. Yummy. Got a Mandela effect right here. I've always remembered it being Jif, but there are a lot of people who remember it being Jiffy. I personally do not ever recall Jiffy peanut butter, but there are people who never recall the Berenstain Bears being spelled with an E either. So, we got weird stuff all over the place. Okay, now I have taken the liberty already to draw a picture. Take it in. Okay, that's me. My attempt at something that looks similar to me. And I wrote my name, smiley face, because smiley faces universally look happy and friendly. I drew a tree because I love trees, and some flowers because they're pretty, and a sun because sun's good. So what I'm going to do is leave this pencil. I'm just going to leave it right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it right there. And leave it there with this part and put the peanut butter on it. It would work better flat, but okay. So I'm gonna leave everything like this. Okay, so we're gonna leave that and come back. I'm gonna come back and check on this sooner than I did the balloons. I'm gonna give it about till probably Monday, Tuesday, somewhere around there, and I'm gonna come check it out again. I'm gonna look at the forecast though, make sure it's not gonna rain between now and then. Because if it is gonna rain, I'm gonna come check it before it rains. Be it an hour from now or 4 days from now. I'm gonna try my best not to leave that out in the rain. Okay. I'm up here on the mound right now. This is a neat spot. It's one little open area right up here on the hilltop. You know, my UFO experience up here. Man, there's so many people who have heard of the correlation between UFOs and Sasquatch and stuff like that. I'm not ever gonna doubt that because of what I've seen, but I'm gonna tell you this, like that night that I saw that, there was actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? I just thought of something. I just freaking thought of something. Ah, crap. Snagging my hat. Okay. Check this out. Alright, guys. I want you to see what the UFO looked like, and I'm going to draw it on this picture and just see, like, the reaction. Okay, so up in the sky there was a light. Okay, we'll say this is the light that was blinking, you know, had light coming off. It was blinking different colors. Okay, so after I saw that, I was looking at the blinking light, you know, for about 15 minutes. I didn't really take my eyes off of the sky, but there was something that looked like transparent, actually. You could really just see it was like a shade lighter than the sky that night. And it shot down into my visibility right about above this light, right about here, and shot down past it. I mean, just flew past it. And it looked just like this. With tails coming off the end. Just like that. It was, yep. Just like that. Kind of jellyfish shaped. We're gonna go with jellyfish. But anyway, seriously though, it looked just like that, like an upside down semicircle that flew down past that light. And once it passed the light, the thing got noticeably brighter, substantially brighter. So anyway, that's exactly what it looked like. And it just shot right past the blinking whatever it was up there. And I mean, this thing, it wasn't even really blinking because it didn't ever go out and come back on. It stayed on, but it was more like a pulsating, and with every pulse the light changed color. So I wonder, I drew that on there. I really didn't think about ever drawing a picture of that and leaving it out, but I'm kind of glad I thought about it, because I'm very curious to see if that solicits a response. I don't know for that. Anyway, all right. So over here, for some reason, I always want to follow this path when I come down here. I don't know why. When I leave, I'm always wanting to follow this path, and I always run into the freaking biggest patch of briars I've got out here when I do that. Alright, let me go this way real quick, because I see a path through here. It's going over here. Huh, look at all that laid on top of that. You see, that's what I mean, like when I say stuff about blinds. I really think they do this to construct like a framework to put things, like, you know, put foliage over or whatever, to give them a little shelter. I don't know. Okay. I mean, the thing is, there's so many clear signs of them here in this particular area out here. I just really think that this will be an auspicious place to get some gifting results. And if it's not, I may revert back to my old gifting area where I did get the results for certain. There's the other side of that crazy structure with that tree that's broken over right there, and that one going right, laid right over through it. Shit, man. I mean, like, I think they do this on purpose with the briars. Look at this. Man, so much stuff leaned up and then laid over here. Sticks everywhere. That's cool. That is really cool. And I mean, that's a long stick. Point out that way. Yep, they do so much stuff out here. Bends there. I mean, you can even see here, it looks like something laid there. I don't know. I mean, it could be a deer, it could be a coyote, or it could be a Sasquatch. It's one of those things. Trying to see how that would have fallen there. It could have, though, I guess. In theory. I don't know about this bent tree here, though. How did that get up, bent upward around there? Aha. Yeah. That didn't fall there. You can see, right? I can see right now what they did. They put this here, and you can see it's stuck through these two right there, wedged in there too. And then you see this tree right here. They bent that through this cluster of trees, right through there. They bent that and hooked it with the stick here to secure it. And that is how they created that upward bend, which is probably the first time I've ever seen them make something bent upward like that. That is really cool. I'd have to say this is probably the first upward bend. And an upward tree bend is far from natural. Check this little spot. Not flowing like it has been, that's for sure. It's been flowing a little bit. Yep. Anybody that knows me knows I'm all about scenery. Beautiful. But this ditch here looks like somewhere they'd hang out. Well, I mean, it's by the places that they've been, I know for sure, but they like ditches, for sure. All that stuff's right up there, too. That's a pretty good size, pretty deep. Provide a lot of cover right there. And you can't see it from all places. Something laying in the woods way off over there. I wonder what that is. I'm gonna have to go check it out later. Looks almost like a balloon, though. If it is a balloon, I will show you guys. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take off. I've been here long enough bothering him, so I'm gonna head out. And anyway, I'll be sure to come and show you guys the results of the gifting that I've just done. Gosh, I just see so many of these places. Look at this. I mean, I was just standing in one too, but like right here, you can see like underneath all that, there's a clear spot, and it's really small. Get over here, show you. Look at that. Right right underneath here. It's very clear. And you got this thing, this branch just draped over it. I don't know. It's just crazy. I mean, if I didn't see clear signs of things being under there, I wouldn't know what else to think. But since there are, I'm pretty sure that they made those for the little ones. Here's another one of these spots, and this one's good and soft here. Something's been there. And if you'll notice, in all these spots, there's bent trees. Coincidental, isn't it? People kill me with the tree bend thing. Okay, yes, nature bends trees. I am well aware of that. People, I guess not everyone knows, that I literally spent my whole life in the woods. I have grown up in the woods. Apart from the times I've lived at the beach, I have always lived in the woods. I've seen what nature can do. I have seen the crazy stuff. And I have also seen what nature doesn't do. And a lot of this stuff falls into that classification. But the thing about it is tree bends are a fully natural occurrence, but they're also contingent on weather and your region, like the things that happen climatically in your region and stuff. We don't have a lot of snow, for one thing. We don't have like just tons of trees falling and bending every tree that a limb falls on. I mean, it just doesn't happen. You have to look at how it's done and decide then whether it was natural or not. Because, like, that's a cool spot too. But, like, for instance, the one going upward like that, I could clearly see how nature did not do that. That's what you got to look at. And if you look at that, it's not hard to discern what is and isn't natural. And everybody knows that I always say it if I don't think they did it. I will always tell you, I don't think they did that. Or I do, yeah, they definitely did that. Those are the two things I'll tell you. Typically. I almost thought I saw something peeking out from a tree back